When you think of Speck, you think about their popular CandyShell series, which we all know and love. But for the iPhone 7, they released a new line called the Presidio series, and today we're taking a look at the Clear Case, which is more of a foggy, translucent case. Let's check it out. The Presidio Clear Case may look like one solid piece of plastic, but there's actually two layers built in. The exterior is a hard, glossy polycarbonate shell, and lined on the inside is a layer of rubber with a matte texture that runs right up to the edges of the case. Compared to the CandyShell model, the major difference is the placement of the logo. Now, instead of being front and center as it previously was, they moved it to the corner to allow your iPhone to do more of the showing off. To install, first wipe the back of your iPhone as well as the case, then go volume side first and snap the opposite corners in place. The buttons are covered in the rubber lining but are raised, easy to click, and offer tactile feedback. There's an easy to access deep but wide mute rocker cutout, a large cutout for the camera that's thick enough to keep it safe on surfaces, and cutouts throughout the bottom with a wide lightning port cutout that will accommodate most wires. Testing on the Apple Lightning dock, it still leaves room to spare. In the hand, I'm not a big fan of the glossy back. Unlike the matte texture of the other Presidio cases, the glossy back is slippery and a grease magnet. The gloss wraps all around the edges as well, making gripping the iPhone a difficult thing to do, especially for 7 Plus users. Thankfully, the new Presidio series is 20% thinner than the previous CandyShell series, and although you'll still feel the added size, it's relatively manageable one-handed as long as you don't squeeze too hard or have dry hands. But the glossy exterior does help with two things. Sliding in and out of pockets is a breeze, and the glossy plastic layer prevents the case from yellowing as it doesn't absorb any dirt or oil like a rubber would. Nonetheless, let's discuss the obvious elephant in the room. The case is called a clear case, but really it's more of a translucent, foggy, frosted back. At certain angles, it can be clear, but otherwise is more of a blended shade of the color of your iPhone. Previously, the CandyShell Clear Case was much clearer, but the updated matte interior makes a fog-like look on the inside, so it's not as clear as before. Not everyone is going to like that version of clear, but it does do one thing well. The frosted back actually helps conceal fingerprints and grease marks since everything just looks out of focus. So the look of the case stays consistent no matter how many chicken wings you've eaten. Now, given how slippery the case is, you'd expect the protective features to compensate. There's about a 2mm bezel around the screen consisting of that rubber liner that will help with lay-on-table protection. Otherwise, the rubber lining on the inside is designed to help absorb impact, which isn't as fancy as the shock absorption on their other Presidio cases, but does the job for most drops. My main concern with clear cases though is how well it holds up to scratches, so let's test it out. It does scratch up, but only after quite a bit of abuse, so for what it's gone through, I'd say it holds up pretty well. The Clear Case costs $40 or $45 depending on the iPhone 7 or 7 Plus. It comes in the clear you see here as well as a black matte version. Links to that can be found below or to the right of my head. The Presidio Clear Case is one of the more protective clear cases available, but the deciding factor is whether you like that frosted back look and if you don't have dry hands like I do. If you're the type to have sweaty hands, it'll really help with gripping the glossy back of the case, while the frosted back helps conceal any grease marks. Otherwise, if you really want your iPhone to shine through the back, check out the Tech Armor Slim Protect or the Spigen Ultra Hybrid. That's it. If you love what you see and want to support me in creating more reviews, head over to our Patreon and enter our monthly giveaway. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment below letting me know what case you want me to review next. I rest my case.